So welcome back to the vlog. Today is Wednesday, February 4th, and it's a little bit later. Normally I start these like right as soon as I get home, but it's already 7:10 because I was just filming over here because it's raining and dark, and this was the only place I had any semblance of light. It's not good lighting here either, but I was like, we need something because I really need to get some videos ready to go. So worked on that, and yeah, welcome to my week. We're gonna hang out, we're gonna get some work done, we're hopefully gonna clean up this house because like it's a mess. I always think that I should like do a little cleaning each day, but the reality is that batch cleaning, just like let me do all the cleaning in one day, is definitely my vibe. So I'm hoping that day's gonna be tomorrow. Anyway, I just finished filming some videos, so I am gonna return some stuff to their rightful place that I was talking about in said videos. And then I am gonna go and hop on my spin bike and do a workout. First though, I have some coffee that I was drinking as a prop, really and truly, that I need to finish off because otherwise it's a waste. So I'll probably drink that, maybe do my Duolingo, and then I'll do my workout, and then I'll eat. I'm really hungry. Maybe we'll do a short workout so I can eat because I'm really hungry. And then tonight, since I filmed videos, I'm a little more lax on days that I film videos. Normally I'm like, I have to get an hour in every day that I possibly can of work on the computer. But since I filmed videos, I probably won't do that. I would really like to do some painting though, because I'm starting a new project and I'm very excited about it. I'm kind of nervous. So I need to spend some time in my craft room. So coffee, Duolingo. What was next? Workout. Food, painting, and then probably a bath. I think that's gonna be our agenda for tonight, and then tomorrow will hopefully some more productivity, and we shall see. So that's what we've got going on. Let's get started. Okay, changed and ready to get on the bike. I always read on my spin bike because I'm really dedicated to exercise, obviously. This is the book I'm currently reading, The Book of Lost Hours. It's so good. I think I only have like 40 pages left, so I might finish it in this session, and then I'm probably gonna be sad. It's one of those, like, I really hope that it's a happy ending and not a sad ending because I don't know what's gonna happen. It's so good. It's about a girl. Well, okay, so in this world, everyone's memories are in like their own little dimension, and the people who are timekeepers that have special watches can get into the time space, and their job is to put the memories into books in the time space. So you can like go through, and it's like a book of everybody's life. But people start burning memories of things they don't want people, like ideas they don't want people to remember. So it starts with like the Nazis burning the Jews' memories, and then it's like the US burning the Nazis' memories. But then there's also like communism and all of that, and so it's like a whole thing. So her mission is to save the memories of everyone, because she's like, all the memories are worth saving. And it's a wild ride. There's spies, there's stuff all over that table, I'm sorry. There's spies, there's government interference, there's a little bit of magic in the time space, and then there's a girl, the girl gets stuck in the time space as a child, grows up in the time space, and she's the one who's trying to like save all the memories of all the people. So it's a wild ride. I'm probably gonna finish it. I hope it ends well because it's so good. It's one of those like I'm gonna be thinking about it forever kind of books. So I'm gonna give Nyla her reindeer, and I'm gonna sit and read it. Hello. It's coming in various stages of situations. I had my I did my workout, had my dinner, now I'm having ice cream. Does it make the workout useless? Possibly. Do I care? No. Ice cream is my favorite food group. Anyway, I'm gonna work on painting in my February bullet journal. Yes, days late. Ironically, because this month I was like, I'm gonna be on top of it, so I drew it out like a week and a half ago. These, by the way, are the best erasers I've ever seen in my life. Cheap on Amazon. Comes like a pack of 6. They're great. Um, I got the like first part done so early, and then I just never filled it in, partially because I wanted to see how this new journal would work with my watercolors. Anyway, so that's what we got going on. So I mentioned in the last one that I am currently doing a bit less like phone scrolling and just kind of like trying to help a little bit with all of my like overwhelm of overstimulation by using my phone a little bit less, by just in general trying to have more quiet. So you probably don't notice because I don't normally have it when I'm here, but normally I would be watching something on my iPad while I'm painting, and I'm not doing that right now. And I didn't notice until today. I was filming a video and I made a comment in the video, and it was one of those like I said it and then I was like, oh my gosh, that was so true, I didn't even notice. And the comment that I made was, since I have started doing this, I have been amazed at how like many more ideas I've been having, because I have just felt like I have so many more ideas just like rolling off of me all of the time, which is fabulous. Or maybe not so fabulous, because I'm an ideas person anyway. Like I have all the ideas all of the time. Just get water all over myself probably. I have so many ideas like all of the time. So maybe that's not the best idea actually, to have more ideas, because I really don't need them. But it's been interesting, to say the least. One thing is that I think I mentioned before, I wanted to work on a children's book. I have wanted to, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be an author and an illustrator. When I was a child, that was like always a big dream of mine. That kind of sort of fell by the wayside. I've done, I do a lot of writing. I do blogs. I have written books. I have workbooks. Like I have different things, but I hadn't really like done the kids book thing. It hadn't disappeared from my brain though. Like I still would think about it, and it was like on my list of things I wanted to do one day, but it was just one of those things that I felt like I didn't have capacity for. So last year, I finally had a solid plan. I've had lots of ideas, but last year I had a solid plan where I was like, here it is. This is a whole idea, not just a thought. And I felt like I had enough to like go off of. And the idea is really cute, if I say so myself. I'm really excited about it. And it is about a dog named Nyla. I'm not going to tell you what happens because, secrets and all that. I don't want that. I think I want this color instead. It's fine. And so I came up with the idea. I wrote out the story. I've been working on second and third drafts and all that jazz. And like I said, I really wanted to illustrate it myself. And that was the part I was most scared about, because I paint a lot, but I didn't know about like the illustrating. I didn't know if I was good enough and like all that jazz. So I decided to do some illustrations and basically have most or part of said book finished before I, thought about the next step. So I got to the point where I had quite a few illustrations finished. And so I started taking a course about writing children's books, which focused a lot more on like idea generation, I felt like, but I still learned a lot because your girl doesn't need any more ideas. I got the ideas part. I need the rest of it. So anyway, I hear this story. And in doing it, they talked a bit about like doing your book proposal. And so I started thinking about like what I would include on a book proposal. And I was thinking, oh, I have an email list of 17,000 people, which is pretty good. So that's, something I can highlight and be like, oh yeah, I can help sell books because I have all these people on my email list, right? And then it occurred to me, this book I have has nothing to do with music. And that's fine. However, if this book has nothing to do with music, how easy is it going to be to sell to music teachers? Be like, I feel like some of them would still buy it, but then a lot of them wouldn't because it's not necessarily directly related. Right? Right. So, why am I telling you all this? Well, basically, due to this epiphany, I went back to the drawing board and I'm restarting with a different book. Now, I still intend to give Mila her day in the sun. I have all of these cute, this one's not finished, so her eyes not, it's so cute. All these cute little illustrations of my pupper. I cannot. Like, I love it. I love it. I love this story. I'm really excited about it. However, I was thinking, is it the best option for the first one? Probably not. So I started thinking, me and my thinking. So I started thinking and I was like, okay, maybe I should do a music one instead. So I went back to my drawing board because I told you I have plenty of ideas. I have like a whole list of ideas. Actually, now I have a notebook because I have moved my ideas into a notebook. I have a whole notebook full of ideas. And so I went back to the ideas. And I kind of went through until one of them like struck me as something I would like to do now. And I'm so excited about it. It's gonna be really fun. So I have gone to another one. I've already done like 3 or 4 drafts through it. I separated it out into like spreads, which is like a thing. And I'm tentatively starting illustrations. Now what I left downstairs, I went to grab, is I brought home a whole bag full of my favoritely illustrated books. So I have a lot of children's books that I like. I have tons at school. So I looked through them and I pulled out the ones that I personally think are the prettiest and like the ones that I personally would like to emulate the best. And so I want to look through those and kind of like, look through and see what's... Also, if you're like, what are you wearing, Becca? This is called a reading blanket. It's like a really oversized Sherpa sweatshirt. It's like a robe, but it's like one piece. It has a zipper and pockets. It's fabulous. I love it. It looks stupid, but it's really comfy. So, all this to say, this happened like this week. That I have completely pivoted. I put that story on pause just for now because I was thinking it'd probably be easier to market this other story instead, because I can be like, hey, I have a clear audience to talk to. Now, it's not only for music teachers. The idea, I want to make books that take like songs from music and almost use them as like a refrain throughout the story so that I can use the story to teach the songs. And so this one kind of does that. And so it's like a story and you journey through and you get like more verses of the song as it goes through. But you can also use it for if you don't have that, if you're not teaching the song. It's not like a only for music teachers kind of book. So that's kind of nice. So that's my story. So yeah, I want to look through those illustrations because I'm trying to like figure out what exactly I want the illustration style to be, which I think is another problem with the other one is I drew all these really pretty pictures, but I'm like, is it what I want it to look like? I really like them though. So I'll probably keep them. But I'm just setting that on ice for a minute while I work on this one because I think it'll be easier to sell. And although that doesn't sound as good, you know, artistically, as someone who has had a lot of experience, many years selling things online, I can tell you I would much rather have something that is successful, hopefully, first. Because if this one's successful, then it'll be easier to do that one vice versa. You know, like a general book and then like a more music centric book versus like music centric and then kind of expanding into more general lives. Does that make sense? I don't know. So this is what I have been holed up in my craft room working on, and I'm super excited. I'm so excited about this new book. So I've written out, I've already done a few drafts. Today I separated it out into like what pages things would go on, and I want to go through, I want to give it to other people to like read and give me comments, and kind of work on like the language crafting still. But my main character is a koala. So what I've been working on is koalas. They're so cute. So I drew a whole bunch of koalas just like for inspiration and trying to figure out like what I want my koala to look like, because I want like the big nose and try to figure out like where the eyes need to be placed and like that kind of stuff. And I think this is easier because it's not my personal dog, so I can like imagine it a little bit better. And I'm just having a good time. So that was number one, was I just want to like try things out. The other thing is I don't know what style I want to do it in as far as like what paint. Now, every freaking thing I can find about illustration these days is all on iPads. Everyone's illustrating on iPads. I don't love it. Okay. Now I have some really beautiful children's books that were digitally, a lot of books will have what they used for the illustrations in the book. It'll be like, this book used, you know, blah, 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 blah. And so I've been looking for that in all of my books. And I have some really beautifully illustrated ones that are from Procreate, which is fine. It's not my jam. It's not what I like. It's not like when I find a book that I'm like, these illustrations are gorgeous, they're almost always watercolor or acrylic, which are the mediums I like better. Anyway, which is probably something to do with it. So this is why I have so many little claws. I'm trying to decide what medium I want to use. So I have 2 that are watercolor currently, 2 that are these watercolor crayons that I love, to see if I like this or if I like this with more of like the textured with the crayon, because I have like the watercolor bar underneath and then some texture on top, or I might end up doing both. And then I want to do these 2 in acrylic and kind of like compare what I like. The watercolor might still win though. And then I did 2 of each because I'm going to do one outlined and one not outlined with like a black pen and see if I like those better. So we're experimenting. We're experimenting right now. And you can see I have like, over here I was trying to decide what color I wanted my koala. And so I drew like a tree in like the tentative colors I want my trees to be. And I was like, because this was my original thought actually. And then I was thinking this and it was too light. And then I settled on this like blue purple color. So wanted something that would stand out with the green, but would still be like a fun color. So anyway. Yeah, so that's my new project that I'm working on that's adjacent to the business, but not super specific to the business. Like tomorrow I need to write emails for the business about the TPT sale, and like I need to do that. That's like specific. This is more adjacent, but I'm really hoping it works out. That's the other thing I think is I really want it to work out, and that's been hard. Because usually I'm like, hey, I made this lesson for my class and I'm going to slap it up. And if it helps, it helps. And if not, that's fine. Or, hey, people have been asking me questions about something. Let me make a course and hopefully it sells. Or once I finally got smart, I'm going to pre-sell a course. And then if people buy it, then I will go and make it, which is a much better way to do it, by the way. This is like I really want it to work. I really want it. I want it to be successful. So right now I'm thinking through my characters, and I'm also trying to think like, what would it mean to me for it to be successful? Like, what would need to happen for me to consider it, like, successful, you know? So these are all the things I'm thinking about here on this Wednesday night. Okay, I'm gonna keep working on, it's a Beauty and the Beast stained glass situation. I'm really sad I didn't get this done last week, but here we are. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on these little koalas. They're so cute. I love koalas. It's making me really happy, actually, just like looking at all these little koalas, because they're really cute. So I'm excited. Right, this is just like inspiration, and then I need to think about like the backgrounds and the other characters, and then start putting together. So I don't have to do the whole thing, because that was another thing I didn't know, was in the course I was taking, they talked with a publisher, and the publisher was like, the publisher specifically said, if you are an author illustrator, you do not need to do the whole thing. Just send in some samples. She said, do not do the whole thing like a gift. I just want to see, the general idea, and then we can work from there. So there we are. Now, once I get some of this sorted, then I have to figure out the publishing situation. So that's gonna be a whole thing, because you can do like self-published, and you can do traditionally published, and then if you do traditionally published, then you can send it to the publisher, or you can get an agent, and the agent can send it to the publisher. And so there's just like a lot of things I don't know yet. There's another course that I want to take that I think is going to help with the logistics. The one I did was more writing focused. This one, I believe, is more logistics, like here's how to actually like do the thing, which the other one was really helpful. This one I think will also be helpful. And then also I'm on Skillshare, which has like a whole bunch of different courses on like all different topics. I've been talking for a really long time, I'm sorry. And in boards. In Skillshare, what was I gonna tell you? No, I forgot already. In Skillshare, I found a course by an illustrator of children's books talking about illustrating children's books. So I've been watching that one, and it has already been super helpful and really, really useful. So that was exciting. If you were wondering, because I don't gatekeep anything, the one I just finished is BBC Maestro. And they have a bunch of, it's a course platform. You can purchase like the whole thing. I just purchased the one course that I wanted though instead, and it was by Julia Donaldson, who wrote The Gruffalo and Room on the Broom and a whole bunch of other things I didn't know she wrote. But those are the two that I knew her from. And then the Skillshare one is, this one is called Illustrating Children's Books. And it's like, pause. It's 8 hours and 40 minutes long, but it's been really helpful so far. And then the other one I'm thinking about taking is by Vicki Weber, who is an author who writes books for music teachers. And hers is, I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. I haven't purchased it yet, but I'm planning on it. But hers talks all about, I think, the logistics of like the publishing, and she talks about traditional and self-publishing, which I think would be useful to have information about. So that's what we're up to. I'm gonna eat my ice cream, and I'm gonna finish my bullet journal, and I'm gonna work on these cute little koalas. I am gonna try some in acrylic, but I think the watercolor is gonna be the way to go. Maybe with some of this, and maybe with some colored pencils. I don't know. Now that I'm like trying something new, I'm like, let's try all the new things, which is kind of fun. So, but I love the other ones. They're not going away. They're just Julia Donaldson said, just put it on ice for a little bit, and you can come back to it later. It doesn't have to be done now. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna go do the thing. Also, in addition, I did finish the book, and it did end satisfactorily. I was really worried it was gonna be one of those that ended, and I was like, no, that ending's so stupid, but it resolved well. I was happy with the ending. So I'm sad that it's over, but I'm happy that things worked out in the end for, you know, all the characters. So now I'm just going to go make everybody I know read this book because it was so good. I've already recommended it to like 3 people that I know in real life. So now I'm sharing it with you so you can read it too. Yeah, that's all. Hello. It is a dreary, chilly day today. It like rained all day and it's cloudy and it's cold. And I am exhausted. You know those days where you just like wake up tired and then you're just like tired all day? That was today. So I'm just tired. I'm just tired. That's really all it is I need some sleep and some chill, and that's kind of where we are. So because I'm tired, I'm also kind of grumpy, which is not fun. Which has made me evaluate my afternoon because I had a lot of things on the list that I needed to do because I needed to do a workout and I needed to clean the house and I needed to work on the curriculum and I wanted to take a bath because I didn't take a bath last night and I wanted to work on more koala paintings, and so like there's a lot of things that I need to / want to do tonight, but we're not gonna do all that stuff because I'm so tired. So I think I've talked myself into, if I either work out or clean will be good. I think I'm gonna clean. I think I'm just, if I can vacuum upstairs and like clean the bathrooms, I think we'll be in pretty good shape, and then I can do the downstairs like Saturday probably, because tomorrow I'm going to have dinner with my grandparents and my parents. So because of that, I usually clean on Fridays and I won't have time to do that tomorrow. Which is why I'm like, I do need to make sure I clean today. But I think if I do that, I can count that as my workout. You know, it's at least like pushing the vacuum around. I need one of those like weight vests, you know, that people wear, so I can like wear it while I clean. It's gonna have to be good enough for today. And I probably am not gonna open my laptop because I just feel like anything I'm gonna do at this point is gonna be like a complete disaster. So previous Becca would be like, it doesn't matter how you feel, it doesn't matter how tired you are, you're gonna do the things. Today Becca is a little bit like, is that the best idea? Probably not. Now, on the bright side, I just picked the biggest lemon I picked off my tree, which is great. That's actually not true. There was a bigger lemon that I picked a few months ago, but it was like already on the tree when I bought my lemon tree. So this is the biggest since I've had my lemon tree. Also, I was worried that it was going to get really messed up in the snow the other day, but it's fine. So fresh lemon for our lemon water tomorrow. That's exciting. And we have packages I've been waiting for all week. So there's 2 things there's a couple things I'm gonna open. When I open, there's like different art supplies, and my master, I was supposed to be getting them. They've been like delayed, which is fine because there's, you know, big snowstorm, and I understand. But I was expecting some of these things to be here like Monday. So my plan was, there's like 2 courses I want to take on Skillshare, and I was going to do one. Well, no, one's like a free, like a course, a girl who wants me to buy her course, her real course. There's a free one, you know. I understand the game. It's fine. But so she has one, and then there's a course on Skillshare I wanted to take. And so I wanted to do one like the first half of the week and then the other the second half of the week, but then they all came at the same time. So now I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, you didn't need that information. So, first off, from Amazon, we have mild liners. I love mild liner highlighters. They're fabulous. I have hiccups all of a sudden, sorry. But nobody told me that they come in a brush tip. Like, excuse you? So I have, mine are like a highlighter tip on one side and then like a bullet tip on the other side. These are like fine, so that's the same. But a brush tip, I was like, I have been lied to. I had no idea. I bought the biggest pack I could find of them because I'm like, how dare you? Also, some of these are colors I do not already have, which is also exciting. I don't think I have that one. And I don't think I have any of these are really bright ones on the front. So that is exciting. We shall play with those later. You probably don't care. I use these all the time. Okay, do that. Then we have, oh, that was not satisfying. Paint brushes. Okay, so the free course that I want to take because the lady wants me to do the real course is like Chinoisie art, which is like Chinese inspired. So I needed new brushes for those. She has brushes for sale on her website. They're like $300. They're like $150. I don't know. They're expensive. I will probably end up buying them if I like this, but I got like cheaper versions for now. I didn't buy the cheapest versions, but I did buy cheaper versions. So these are like thin and they're supposed to like hold a lot of water. So we'll find out. And then these should be thicker. Y'all. Really? I feel like that was not necessary. Yes, beautiful. Okay, this is exactly what I did. Perfect. Okay, so these are like much thicker, if you can see. So this is what we got. I don't think I need 6, but here we are. So they had some for like super cheap. They had like $8 packs and like $10 packs, and I didn't want to buy ones that were so cheap that I was gonna hate them and like desperately need the expensive ones. So I think I spent like $20 on each set, or like 25 or something along those lines, where it was like in the middle. Not the most expensive version, but not like super cheap either, so that hopefully we'll get enough quality that I can get good painting out of it. Now this package I've been waiting for because it has come from England. So I have talked a little bit about my fountain pen that I've been obsessed with. So I bought myself a fountain pen for Christmas. I've been loving it. It's been great. Fountain pens are basically like a reusable pen with like a metal nib on it. And then you can get like different size tips and different things like that. And it is a far superior writing situation. Now, they're refillable, which means that you fill it up with ink yourself. So here's the story. I bought my fountain pen and I bought some ink. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been having actually a lot of problems with my fountain pen, and I didn't know why. And then I was watching a video and I found out that the reason I was having problems with my fountain pen is because I used calligraphy ink, which apparently is not what you're supposed to do. In fact, I should be shocked that my pen is still working, because they were like, this will basically completely destroy your pen. But my pen's still working, so I cleaned it out really well, and then I inked it up with actual fountain pen ink. And it's been working a lot better since then. So they had sent me like a sample fountain pen ink, but I only had like this much. So I ordered more fountain pen ink. And then because I now had all this calligraphy ink, because I bought like 3 or 4 bottles of like this big calligraphy ink. And I was like, what am I gonna do with this? So then I also bought a calligraphy pen. So here we have. These are all from Tom's Studio, which is also where my fountain pen is from. I'm not sponsored. I wouldn't mind being sponsored if you're listening. But here we are. They send you tea. This one is not the same as I had last time. I'm not a big tea person. I did not enjoy the one I got last time. But maybe I'll enjoy this one. We shall persevere and try again. Okay, what do we have? Oh, okay, this goes with the calligraphy pen. Okay, so we have some little inks. I bought little inks because they were cheaper. So, here we go. So I have this like green color. What are you called? Do you say? This is called Mallard. Okay, and then I have this one. It's called, oh, it's a mystery. It doesn't say. I don't know. I feel like it was like cherry something. There we go. Red. Red would be useful. Okay, then I have a purple. This one's called Damson. It's like a darker purple situation. I got black. And then I got, this one is Mariana. And it's like a darker blue. Not quite navy, but like darker. So those are inks for my fountain pen. So that now at least I have some. From how much I've used, because this is the same size as the sample they sent me last time. I think I can probably fill up my pen at least 5 times. Hopefully more than that with each of these. So that should last me a few days. I ordered like cartridges for another pen that I bought, which is not exciting. Little things to hold cartridges. And then here is my calligraphy pen. Oh, I didn't get, there's like a really nice one I wanted to get, but I got a cheaper version. I've been trying, you're gonna laugh because I'm like, look at all these art supplies I bought. But I really have been really locking down on spending money and really sticking to the budget. I've been very careful because I have really big savings goals this year and I'm really trying to hit them, and I'm trying so hard. I'm like, I guess we're only a week, a month and a week in, but I've worked really hard. Like in January, I worked really hard to stay under budget. I've been like, getting, I need lotion. I got like the small thing of lotion instead of the big thing of lotion. I waited for waiting for things to go on sale. I've been trying very hard. So hopefully we shall reach goals this year. So if you buy anything from here, they have this little sleeve that goes around the pen case. This has the information on it. Last time I was so confused because I was like, I don't know what to do, because I didn't realize this was the information. Anyway. Ooh. Look how pretty. Ooh, this is the sage color, I believe. This also has information. Basically, don't throw anything away. Okay, and then here is the tip that goes into the pen. So, the art teacher showed me these the other day, so I had to figure out how to put it all together. But it's like a dip pen, so you, literally dip it in the calligraphy ink that I already purchased and get it. My husband was like, so basically you got the opposite order as last time, because last time I got a fountain pen and calligraphy ink, and this time I got a calligraphy pen and fountain pen ink. I was like, yes. So I'm excited for those. Since they come from England, it does take a minute for them to arrive at your house if you live in the US. But the one thing I do like is they include all the duties in their pricing, so you don't have any surprises, because some brands don't do that. And then the US is like, oh, you have to pay these duties, and you're like, what? But they include that in the pricing, which I appreciate. So thank you for that, Tom Studio. Anyway, that did make me much more excited. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna vacuum. I'm gonna clean the bathrooms, and then I shall decide what I want from there, because I would like to work on illustrating my book. I would also like to work on my calligraphy stuff, and then I would also like to work on using my new brushes, but I definitely will not be able to do all 3 of those things, so I shall contemplate which one I'm doing. I also really wish I had Chick-fil-A, because I really want macaroni, but I'm not gonna order Chick-fil-A, because again, we're being careful. Technically, do I have money and I could order Chick-fil-A? Yes, but try not to spend all the money, especially so early in the month. So we will not do that. I will make food that I already have here. Boring. Anyway, let's go do something. I feel like I should tell you something useful for the business. I did work a little bit this morning on emails. I didn't finish them, especially because the sale's next week, which means I have a lot more emails to send than normal. I also had to get the children's church lesson done today. A lot of stuff to do at school. Just a lot of stuff. And I just want to curl up on the couch and be cozy. I wish I could be cozy and also play with my new stuff, but that would be messy. So that's the story. While I'm avoiding things, can I ask for your suggestions? So this is my office, as you are probably aware. It's a mess, obviously. I was looking at it the other day and I was like, gosh, it's such a mess in here. And my exact thought was, it's always so messy in here. And then normally I'm like, ugh, because I need to clean it. But then I was like, well, why, Becca? Why is it so messy in here? And so I started thinking, and I was like, okay, well, one, I have like 0 storage. I have 3 drawers, and then I have my art cart, which does help. Like, my desk doesn't have any drawers. I've got stuff, like just bookshelves, like nothing has storage. The closet is like, you open the door and things fall on you because there's so much stuff. So that's one. And then 2, there's a lot of things that don't belong in here. And honestly, I've just been like not wanting to come in here very much because I don't like it. It's like, it's not doing it for me. So I'm trying to think of what I can do to fix it. Now, here's the thing. My master plan is like a whole office renovation with built-in bookshelves and built-in desk, and there's going to be wall treatments, and there's going to be paint, and there's going to be wallpaper, there's going to be all the things. But pricing that out is going to be not cheap because I've already figured out how much it's going to cost, and it's going to be more than I have available to spend at the current moment. So I'm trying to think of what I can do in the meantime that will just help me feel better. So rearranging things, maybe. I found on Amazon like a cabinet that I think will fit here that I can replace this with, that actually has storage space on it, and then it's like a minty green instead of being white, because that's the other thing. Like, it's just, there's too much white in here, partially because I know I'm gonna paint the walls, but I haven't painted the walls yet, and so I'm like, well, what do I do in the meantime? So that's kind of one thing. I also thought about getting a new chair because I have my couch, and usually I film on the couch, but I also hang out on the couch, and the dog hangs out on the couch. And it's just always like a thing of like, filming is sometimes really stressful because I have to like make the whole couch up. So I was wondering if maybe I could put my desk like in the middle here, replace that with the other cabinet, and then maybe put like a chair over here for filming. Do we think that's a better idea? Or I could even like scoot these down and put the chair in front of it. Then I can still have like a seating area over here. I don't know. And the chair I'm looking at is also going to hopefully have some color to it. So these are things I'm thinking about. And then I'm definitely thinking of updating wall art, which I have I paint all the time. I have plenty of wall art. And I don't particularly like most of this. Like, I don't love those. I never have. I do like my cello painting. I don't really care for those. I don't use these at all. I do like these, but they need to be recentered because they're falling a little bit. And then I like those, but they're not doing much for me because they're kind of small. So that's kind of the vibe. Everything's just a little bit like not there, you know? So I don't know. Let me know what you think. I would love if I could put my desk like this way. like an L situation, because then I could look out the window, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because I'm open to suggestions, but I need color and I need storage, and I need it to be not expensive for now. Later we can go crazy with the things, but right now it needs to be, I just need a temporary solution, right? I don't have a weight vest, but I do have arm weights, so we're gonna put those on and pretend this is a workout, because it's the best I got today. So there we are. Didn't feel like doing that, but I feel a lot better having done it. So we're a lot cleaner, but the bathrooms are clean. I dusted, I vacuumed, so we're in a much better spot. Also, I am excited though, because I found some chili in the freezer that I forgot that I had leftovers from. I didn't have that much of it, so it wasn't like enough for two of us, but it's enough for me. So I'm currently trying to warm it up while I play with my pen that I may or may not have right. So that's what we got going on right now. All right, feel remarkably rejuvenated after eating food, so that was good. And ended up getting a product posted. So basically I was like, started with need to work out and I need to clean. Bump that down to I'm just gonna clean. I didn't clean as much as I wanted to, but I did get both bathrooms and I vacuumed and dusted. So that was a solid amount of stuff. And then I needed to work on my curriculum. I didn't have brain power for it. So I downgraded to let me post a product. Basically downgraded to like, let me just do a thing for the business, because doing something for the business is better than not doing anything for the business. So I just got something posted. I've been working on new thumbnail designs, which I sorely need, because I have used the same thumbnails forever, which are probably, just like a block of text with some stuff. Can you see? I hope so. Here, there we go. And so I finally have added new thumbnail designs. I have a few different ones with 2 different colors and some different like text things, and I'm working on like a pack essentially that I will eventually put up for sale for y'all if you would like some templates, but I wanted to like work out the kinks first and make sure I like it. Now these worksheets I started maybe last year. Like I thought these had been up, but apparently they were not. And so I found them the other day and was like, oh, this is a half-finished set of worksheets. So I finished them up and just got them posted because they go with. So now I have like the slides lesson, and then I have the worksheets to go with it. And then I need to bundle it as well, but I didn't do that today. And as you can see, I did not print out the worksheets and do them yet. I would love to do that later, but for now I just went through and used screenshots, because especially with just it being dark so much, I have a hard time doing product photos. So I might go back and do product photos and then come back and like change these. I will probably come back and add a preview because I didn't do that yet, but I always post with a cover and my thumbnails. And then I can add a preview later. I can add a video preview later, but this is like the absolute minimum. And can we just take a moment to be like, oh, look how much better these look than when I first started out. Every once in a while, it's nice to see how far you come. Did I spell everything right? I hope so. Now I'm showing you these. Anyway, I'm gonna go upstairs. Okay, here's my first dip pen drawing. It's a very inefficient way to draw, but it's a really good time. I mean, I guess it's, if you're painting, you have to continue like refilling your paintbrush, so I guess it's not that much different. It's a good time. I've watched half of a Skillshare class on dip pen drawing as I did this little koala guy. I had zero plans of what I was gonna draw. It was just like I just want to do something so that I'm used to, you know, so that I can try it out and see it's gonna go. So I'm gonna wash out the nib. I guess I'll finish that one another day. I didn't get to drawing more koalas today, which is okay because I've been a little slightly obsessive about this all week. So there's that. And I did give a copy of the manuscript to one of the teachers at school, and she's marking it up for me, so that's exciting because I told her, I was like, I'm not offended. I was like, please mark it up as much as possible, and then I'm gonna take it once I look at her notes. I'm gonna rewrite it. I'll do more drafts, and then I'll take it to my mom probably this weekend to go through as well. Yeah, so that's the plan. I've got koalas. I want to try different like backgrounds, try the other characters that are in the story, and just kind of do like practices essentially of all of those, and then I can start like blocking out scenes that I might like. I do want to be a little bit more, so like with the other picture book that I still will be working on, but it's on ice for now. With Nyla, I kind of just went for it, and it was kind of just like, you know, whatever came into my mind. This one I'm trying to be a little more like thoughtful about how I go about it. So I want to have like references of, you know, here's a bunch of different ways I can draw koalas, and then, you know, try things out with different colors and different shapes. And then I got some like big index cards to like storyboard out what I want the pages to look like, and then yeah, so that's kind of where we are. I'm just kind of like chugging away at it in, you know, the little tiny bit of spare time I have in between my real job and my business. So that's kind of where we are, and I'm not in like a huge rush or anything. My master plan is I would like to get it like storyboarded, like have like block out what I want at least some or most of the spreads to look like, and then do some of the spreads and then also the character sketches, and then see about like the publishing situation. So I am going to purchase that other course and I can start working on that as well, to see, you know, how to actually go about getting the book in the hands of people. So there's that. I don't love telling you all of the inside details of things when I am like, I don't even know if it's gonna work out, but it's fine. So there we are. Just told you like all the details about, you know, this thing that may or may not pan out. I'm kind of at the, if I'm gonna try traditional publishing first, like getting a publisher to publish it. So I'm gonna take the course. I'm gonna like go that route first, but then if it doesn't work out, then I'll just do the rest of the illustrations and I'll publish it myself, and that'll be fine too. You know, it doesn't really matter. I've heard from a lot of people you usually make more money self-publishing, but you know, whatever. I think in the course I wanted to take, it also talks through like kind of the differences between the two, so I guess I can keep my options open once I see all that stuff. So I'm excited. I'm excited to embark on a new project. Now that I need more projects, I'm excited to, you know, just make things happen. And I'm just feeling really excited about the whole situation. So I hope it works out. I hope it's good. It's fine. I'm gonna go take a bath and I'm gonna let you go tomorrow. I just have school, and then after school I'm going to meet my grandparents and parents for dinner, so it's not going to be like anything super exciting. I'm not going to have tons of time. I'll probably come home and either sit right here and do more of the same things I've been doing this week, or go and take a bath when I get home. So that's kind of the options we've got going on. I did get that product posted, and then I also got a video uploaded for y'all. I'm actually a little bit ahead, which is fabulous, especially because yesterday I filmed 2 videos for this channel, and then I filmed a video for the music channel, which is, you know, the main one that actually makes me money, and it didn't film half of it. I don't know where it went. It was like the memory card I plugged in the computer and it like does not exist, and I don't know. So that's kind of where we are with that situation. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to refilm it, which is super annoying because I already filmed it. So anyway, just thinking of things that would be good for my dip pen. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.